as we promised, we're in the kitchen with Dr. Leisa-Marie Grgula. She is a chiropractic physician, talking about a soup that has been studied and has been documented to kill certain types of cancers. Am I overstating that? Will I get in trouble, or will somebody sue me for that?
Well, I don't want to say we're curing cancer, for sure. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not stopping.
She didn't say that.
Yes, we're not curing cancer, but there are certain foods, certain spices, certain ingredients that we can use to actually help fight off cancer, and research has shown that there are certain things that are actually causing cancer cells to commit suicide. So they kill themselves.
So Dr. Tanya's point earlier, if I had contracted cancer, I would probably want to try this soup or use this soup to help.
It might. I mean, again, we can't say that this is a cancer. Nobody here is curing cancer, but maybe to even support the cells that you have. For instance, a lot of Japanese research is showing that the mushrooms, the shiitake and the maitake, actually help to build your immune system. So they've given women, prior to their breast cancer chemotherapy, a combination of mushrooms, and it's a product that they're making to actually build their immune system, to support their immune
system.
Yes,
they're building the natural system up.
Yes, because what happens is cancer cells are killing off our own cells. So if we can build our own immune system, then we're able to save the cells that we have and to keep ourselves healthier. So that's why there's mushroom in here. And of course, miso, there are different types
of... Now what is, I don't know.
Okay, miso is fermented paste, and it usually is made from a soy paste. And this one happens to be, that I like, is a chickpea paste, but it's fermented. And generally the Japanese people, if you go to Japanese restaurants, this is a little broth that they give you before your meal, that little broth with the little scallions in it. And in the top of the miso now with this company, they have a little thing here, and it says right on it, miso soup consumption linked with up to 50% reduced risk of breast cancer.
Risk.
Yes, a risk.
Risk is our optimum,
Yes. So you want to take, and what it is, it's kind of like, it's just a little bit of a paste. Almost like a peanut butter consistency. And this is a very well used container, by the way, because I try to use it every day.
Well,
and you just take about 2 teaspoons.
Do what you say.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's very simple to use. So it's a fermented smell, almost a winey sort of a beery smell to it. And you just use a couple of teaspoons. You never boil miso. So we don't want to kill the person.
There is a beer smell.
Yeah, almost a hopsy.
Then you never do what to it?
You never boil miso.
Doctor,
you apply it to hot water or hot water to it, but you don't boil it.
This seems to me, you know, the profession that you're in seems to be going more. This is another proactive way for health, isn't it?
Yes, let's not wait till it's a crisis.
So are there other foods, other things that you have discovered that we should be, that would help us?
This whole soup is what I've kind of concocted here and made up, is that we've got the shiitake mushrooms. You can get these at any of the stores now, even the big box stores or what have you. They're very dry, very simple. And so all I do is pretty much brought a few tablespoons of these and just crumble them up.
The dry. Would you want to use the fresh ones?
You could use the fresh ones, but this is supposed to be easy. This is easy peasy, so this is supposed to be run out the door. And I brought this because everyone can run out the door with a coffee mug. So we can start this in the morning, and you can bring this basically to work. We have cayenne pepper, which is a blood purifier. And this is also something that is very important with traditional Chinese medicine. Matter of fact, there's a book, and I have here, I brought it, it's called Healing with Whole Foods by Paul Pitchford. It's a wonderful book because it talks about different ailments and different spices, herbs, foods that you can maybe use to help.
That was what I was after. So there is a
traditional
book.
Chinese medicine and traditional Chinese restaurants. If you can get a good Chinese chef and you can say, well, I have a little cold today, or I have this condition, he or she can really go out in the back and make you something that will help your condition. They actually put certain things in.
We don't have to take as many pills if
exactly. That's really the plan. I'm a drugless physician, so I like to do things to prevent rather than having it be a crisis. So this is going to help purify your blood. You just want to put a little tiny pinch, just enough.
I am so surprised that most people do not come to the mindset of preventing is so much more economical. It's better for your health. Your body is not ravaged.
Especially.
I mean, there's so many benefits to getting this at the onset or preventing it. I should say.
And to try to prevent. It's until something happens, at least you try to do what you can.
And at least you're building your body.
Yes, you try to build up that immune system. Now we're talking about going into flu season rather than perhaps getting flu shots and injecting things that can be.
Your thoughts on flu shots?
I don't promote flu shots.
Okay,
because once something is in your body, you can't take it out. And I have also, there's one of my blog articles on my website that talks about that year. I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago. They actually had it to recall. Well, once it's in your body, how do you recall the product?
You mentioned the cayenne pepper. Should we use that at the table as well?
You can use it at the table, but with traditional Chinese medicine, don't want to use too much.
Hang on. We have to take a short commercial break. Okay. Don't do that yet. We want to do that when we come back. I don't want to miss one step of this soup.
Good point.
When we come back, we have Dr. Leisa-Marie Grgula in the kitchen with us talking about a soup that has been, well, linked to up to 50% reduced risk of breast cancer. I want to say that correctly. I don't want to get sued, nor do I want to. After this.